So, I just did my first whatnot auction. So, everything here on this rack is what I went through. Like I said, it's about 45 items. This is my office assistant. Say hello. My moderator in the house. Um, I just wanted to chat about what the experience was like. Um, I was so nervous at first. I didn't know what to expect. And I posted on Reddit in a whatnot group, and somebody asked, like, what are you selling and what's your handle? And then they joined my show, which was that was really cute. I was like, oh, thanks for coming to support me. And, it was really cute. I wasn't expecting that at all. So that was very nice. And he stayed for about, like, they, I don't know how they identify, but that person stayed on my show for probably like 40 minutes, maybe half an hour, which is pretty good. Um, and so initially, like, I think I had up to 5 people, and then there was one girl that joined, and so I posted all the items that I had in the auction so they could actually like scroll through the inventory and see what I was selling. And I had these Zara jeans, white wide leg jeans. And like before anything even started, she was like, "Hey, can you show me the Zara blah 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 and the Zara short?" So she knew exactly what she wanted, and I was like, "Okay, sure." So I pulled them out. Then she asked for measurements, which I didn't have the measurements on hand, but I do have those pants, both the shorts and the wide leg jeans listed on eBay, and I have the measurements there. So I was like, hang on, let me just pull up the measurements really quick. So I went through all the measurements, and she was like, okay, yeah, I want to get those. But then she was like, can you do a bundle? I don't want to pay for shipping. So on Whatnot, basically like everything you order, technically you pay shipping separately for each item. So anything under 5 pounds. Like if it's less than a pound, I think you pay like $4 and something. If it's between 1 pound and 5 pounds, you pay like $8.50, something $8.48, something like that. And so she wanted both of those items, but she didn't want to pay shipping for each one individually. So she was asking me to do the bundle, and so I like was trying to create a new posting in the marketplace for this bundle. And so there is an option there to do flat rate shipping if somebody orders multiple items. And so I told her, like, if shipping is the concern, I'm happy to do a flat rate shipping for you for anything that you order. And so she was like, I want you to create a new listing and I want you to bundle them together so that I'm only paying shipping once. And I'm like, okay. So then people in the chat were like trying to tell me how to do it. It just was really an interruption to the show. I didn't really like that. And she's like, oh, I know it's your first show and you probably don't know, how everything works. And I was like, yeah, I don't know how to make a bundle and I don't want to like stop the flow of things to deal with that. And I just told her, like, message me and we'll do it offline. I'll pull them off the rack. I'll hold them for you and then we can figure it out. So that's what I did. And so that was a little bit annoying because it was probably, I don't know, 6 minutes or so of the show that was interrupted, and the people are just like waiting for me to pull up the next item. They don't give a shit about this bundle that she wants me to make, right? So anyway, so after that, it was kind of in and out, like nobody was there. Then a couple people came and then they just came and left. And so, I know that it's very common on Whatnot for people to do dollar starts. A lot of people who have been on for a while on the platform and are bigger sellers and they have a following, they'll start their stuff at $1, but they'll sell it, I don't know, sometimes 30, 40, 50, $60. And you can do that when you have the following, and like you can start it at $1 knowing like you're not going to sell that thing for $1. Like somebody's going to bid higher than that. And so with a lot of new sellers, I think there's pressure to drop your prices down really low. And I'm not really about that life. I mean, if I pay like $15 for a pair of jeans, I'm not going to sell it to you for $8, right? Just because everybody else is selling theirs for $8. I mean, yes, there's the market rate, market value, but like I'm losing money. Nobody can run a business giving out freebies, you know? And so, um, that's something that I'm trying to figure out. How do I navigate that? Because I think a lot of people who came into the show, they were like, oh, this is starting bid at $8 or starting bid at $10. And I'm like, yeah, because I mean, even I feel like my prices were pretty modified. Like the stuff that I had in my auction today that I had, in the show. Like I said, some of this stuff is listed on eBay for, I don't know, like something I list on eBay for $15, I might have it in Whatnot for $8, or something that I have listed on eBay for like $30, I might drop it down to like a $20 start. And the hope is that people will bid on it, 3 or 4 bids will bring it back up to whatever that eBay price is, which is the actual value of what I want for it, And so it's really a gamble when you're setting your prices low to get people, to attract people, buyers. But then when you get lowballed on something and you sell it for that price, then you're mad at yourself, like, oh, well, this dress cost me $50 and I just sold it for $30. And right, so like you're not doing yourself any favors. And so that's the conundrum that I'm trying to figure out. How do I navigate that in the Whatnot community? Because people don't really want to pay. They don't even want to pay a quarter of the price of what something is worth. They just want you to start it at $1, and I'm not doing that. So, does that mean that I'm not going to be successful? I don't think that's the case. I think if I just keep doing auctions and I'm consistent with the auctions, and somebody buys one thing from me and they're happy with whatever they bought, and then they'll come back and they'll buy something else. And I think that's really what I need to focus on, is having quality items in my marketplace. And another thing too that I could probably work on. I mean, I felt like I was pretty engaged. Like I had a pair of maternity jeans and I was talking about like with everybody working from home and like ever since the pandemic, it's really, I mean, people want to be stylish, but they also want to be comfortable. And so those jeans were like super stretchy and they had a little belly thing, the elastic band for the belly. And so I, just cracked some jokes about like, oh, nobody wants to wear the jeans that are like stiff as them. Old school jeans are so stiff. I mean, they last forever. You'll never have to replace them, sure. But they are so stiff. Like, I'm wearing jeggings right now, and I've been wearing jeggings ever since the pandemic, and I've increased my legging inventory so like twofold, trifold since the pandemic. And I don't think I have one pair of actual jeans left in my closet because it's uncomfortable. Like, imagine wearing pajama pants for a year, and then somebody tells you have to put on slacks. It's awful. And so in my mind, like if it's not stretchy jeans, if it's not jeggings or some kind of sort of elastic something, I'm not wearing it. And so, I just brought that into the conversation. And so I tried to be like really playful. I had a pair of shorts that I really adore. They're LRL jeans with the studs on the back pockets and in the front. And I was just kind of like, if these don't sell by the end of summer, they're going back in my closet because these jeans are like, they're super cute. And so that and then the Miss Me jeans were the other that I really like. Anyway, back to my experience. And so towards the end of it, like I lasted about an hour and a half and I got through all of my items, probably like an hour and 15 minutes, which was actually pretty good. I thought it would be so fast because I've been in some rooms where it's like boom, 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 boom. You have like 15 seconds to bid on a thing, and then they move to the next thing, and they just have so much inventory that the auctions go so fast. But mine was like, it was paced pretty well for the amount of stuff that I had. I didn't have to go into my surplus bag and like pull in new stuff because I was running out of stuff. But also, it's not great because it means like I sold 2 things out of like 45 things. And so that's not, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I had some people come in and they were like, "Oh, you're doing so much better than I did on my first show." And I don't know what that means. Like if the show was running smoothly and theirs was chaotic, or if it means you have like 4 people in here and I had no one, or it means like someone bought something and nobody bought anything. I don't know what that means. They did not elaborate. But I did put a lot of work into tagging and like organizing the stuff so that I'm not confused when somebody wants to buy something and I can't figure out what item it was. And, it was very organized. And so maybe that's what they meant. But anyway, overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate my experience like a 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad. I didn't have any tech issues. They confirmed that my sound was good. I had some music going. Like I try to make it fun. I think that's something that I'm gonna need to figure out. It's like how to keep people engaged so they don't pop in and then leave. But I really do think that was more of the price that I was listening to stuff than it was anything else. And I can't do a whole lot about that if people want $1 starts. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. I did have 2 giveaway items that I brought with me that I was planning to do in the show, but um, I just didn't have time to figure out how the giveaway worked and all that, so I just didn't bother. But maybe I'll try a giveaway on my next show and see if that brings some people in. But anyway, that was my experience. Not bad. It went a lot smoother than I thought it would go. But also, I did a lot of preparation today and last night to get everything set up. And I think that's why it went as well as it did. So, what I'm going to do is probably, they say midnight to like 3 a.m. is a sweet spot when no one's online. I might try to get on in the middle of the night and do another round, but also I'm kind of tired, so we'll see. I could do something in the morning. I'm going to a farmer's market type of thing, and it's open to vendors, so I might just pack up all of this stuff here and take it with me to the farmer's market and see if I can sell some of that stuff, in real life. That would be great. And I have like Seven for All Mankind. I have some page. I have some free people. I have stuff that's in demand right now. I have quite a bit of Zara. I mean, it's stuff that I can sell. And so I just got to find the right audience. So I might just do that tomorrow. I might do a quick auction in the morning, see what I can sell, anything there. And then if I can't sell anything, then I'll just pack it up and take it with me to the farmer's market and see what I can sell there. One thing that I do have a concern about is because I'm on Mercari, I'm on Poshmark, I'm on eBay, I'm on Whatnot, and I'm also on Instagram, and I'm getting ready to set up an Instagram shop that basically is linked to my Shopify. I spent a good portion of this afternoon working on my Shopify store. But there's an integration there straight into Instagram shops where people can buy from you through that. And so I think I am going to do that. And so I really have to be on top of what I'm selling, where it's selling, so that I can remove those listings from the other places right away. And now it's easy because I'm not selling that much stuff. But once things start ramping up, somebody might order something in the morning, and if I don't catch it by noon, I could have a double order for the same thing on a different platform. And so I got to figure that out. But I don't have concerns about taking this to the farmer's market and then just like selling whatever I can sell and then taking down the listings when I get back. I think it'll be fine. So yes, that's my feedback about my first auction. Now that I've done one, I kind of know what to expect. I do feel a little bit better. I think I'll just keep doing it and see how it goes, and hopefully I see some sales.